Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all rugby lovers, whether near or far, welcome back to another episode, the return of Ruggers. I know you've been wondering, where art thou? Guess what? We didn't have any internet, as you might know. Melissa took away our internet for a while, but we have returned better than ever. Happy Sunday to all of you, Jamaica and elsewhere. Raj, good to be back. Been a while.
Yes, it has been back. A few people asking have been asking about the pod, but as I say, Melissa do it bad, not even kinda do it bad, especially Saint Elizabeth side. So we are here.
Yeah,
I'm hoping the best for those on that side of the island. Hopefully they can recover and move forward from this. But yeah, good to be back. Good to be back.
yeah, a lot of things to cover, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to, digest in terms of rugby. Rugby union and rugby league has been quite active these past few, I would say, weeks.
Yep, very much so. Very
So,
much so.
guess we can just get into it to congratulate our league boys, under 19 and the senior men who
Yep.
were there. Rousing victory. It was very moral boosting given everything that, I mean, it is quite hilarious to me. So, all of this stem from the record boys embarrassing themselves. And like everybody else win their match except them. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah,
bobsled, win for them, get goal.
hockey,
Hockey,
basketball,
football. So, and these other
what?
sports are doing good. I think the government needs to look into it and put more money into other sports than football. So, but hey, let's see.
We're not going on, we're not going on that route. We're not going on that route. Anywho, so starting with the under 19 men, I will say that I was thoroughly surprised because our under 19 program has been hit or miss, if that's a fair take to say. So seeing them dominate the Canada team that is, I would say, in its infancy, something like that, was a strong performance. I'm surprised that so many of these players play in these positions because for some reason I thought Shamar Walker was a prop forward. So you can imagine my disbelief when I see this man a string pass as a seven. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, and
But
he do very well in another position there as well. So,
yeah, but for me the standout at the match, me personally had to be Tyreek. Tyreek played like a man possessed, like he had a point to prove. Like in here we are talking about him like him, I say, yeah man, I put that team up on my back. And it was a bit of a jaded performance from some players because they were all over the place. They didn't really play structured, but I guess when you're scoring so much points, who really cares about the structure, really and truly?
well, I beg to differ. Terry, he did play well. Now, I'll take that from him. He played really well. But Luke Elliott, I might standout player for the U19. The man, him in the everywhere. Tackles, sets them. The man the everywhere, man, I make carries, the man defend, the man attack. The man does everywhere on the field, the man, I don't know, him, to me, him are the most complete player on the day. So, him not my standout player. Now, Satari never do good still. He did well, but Luke Elliott not my standout player on the day.
Yeah, I can agree to disagree. Alex, but still I missed something from Alex. He played well, but I don't know. I guess because he's still young and in his infancy as a fullback, we can't really criticize him too much. I just do like you want me to see from him in terms of him not involving himself in an attack. It's like unless he's carrying the ball and exit set or him get the ball into space, him not involve himself in the game. I mean, I really think that's a good way for development, but I could be wrong on that one. Personally, still.
Well, if I have a couple more years, I guess, to develop, so would have just watch and see. But as I say, him still lacks something, but he might get there. Same thing with Brandon. I'm going to say team on the day too. It's like Brandon will play good throughout the season, but when it comes to like finals or big games, I guess the pressure get to him, and him not perform the way him supposed to perform. And him have the talent. Him have the talent and him can play. But when it comes to step up to the plate, him not supposed to play. I'm going to say to him Saturday, him just need to relax and don't let the pressure get to him. And him going to be one of the next best nine in Jamaica. Honestly, because him have the talent to be it.
I think it's probably a mental thing for him more than anything else. I mean, it's the same thing that a lot of blues players usually struggle with when it comes to these type of games. So it could be a more mental thing, probably something my coach will have to look into. But I mean, he played decent, not to the level that you're expecting, but he was alright mostly. I thought the brothers, even though they were playing out of position, they played alright. Timari and O'Neal formed a very decent combination down the right hand side.
Yep.
Aldin and Jaziel, I think, were the strongest off the bench. Jaziel has always been one of those type of players where you don't really hear about him until you remember, say, oh, this man is still, 16, 17, just still in high school. Aldin has really gone above and beyond what he's shown in prior seasons. I think this is just his second senior season, and I think it's been a solid campaign for him this year. I think he can be satisfied with what he's out as a forward.
I've seen improvement in Aldian because when him just start, instead of running straight and hard, he might jump on a cut and might lose momentum. But in the U19 game, him run straight, he run hard, in gain yards, and then every now and then you see him step to the space, break the line, and continue run. So I see improvements with how him carry when him carries or him play and stuff, and him passing will improve as well. So big shout out to him because he might improve as him go. So good for him.
Yeah. And also a shout out to the captain of the under-19 team on the day, Tevez Tolosh.
Yep.
Played out of position because he is a fullback by trade, but he adapted well to playing as a six. And I think Bull should really look into him and Shamar going forward as the team starting halves, because no offense to Drummond, but Drummond, I believe, needs to be challenged a little bit, because given what we saw from Bulls in the current NCC disaster season, a lot of changes have to be made for that. So I think Coach Eddie can look into those two going forward.
Yeah, but as I said before, I don't think Drummond is fit for a fullback position. I feel like he's better played as a 6 or a 7. I think you'll see more from him in that position, but not as a fullback.
Yeah, well, what I'm not asking for him to be a fullback. He can play multiple positions across the backline. What I'm just asking for is what is more stable, because I think the biggest thing, I can't really knock Drummond too much on it. I think it's the fact that he doesn't have any stable half spot. So I think that's the biggest thing. I will still stand by my decision and say, Michael needs to convert himself to a playmaker. That's a discussion for another time.
Yeah, definitely. But now go home that kind of where I'm there right now.
So on to the big boys now.
Yes.
And I can safely say that I was surprised by how consistent the performance was. It wasn't tit for tat, and Canada it's basically the same team that beat them several months ago.
Yep.
After overseas. So the legendary Ben Jones Bishop are only, well, that's a lie, our first try scorer at the World Cup. He was a fullback. Kenneth and Cameron were the wingers. Ricardo, Ricky, and Lynch were centers, with Gridin and Pearson as the halves. Marvin at 9, Don't know who convinced you to play them, but when I get into those kind of worms, let us alone. Rooster and Mr. Jensen, yes, Morris were at second row. Well, no, that's a lie. Rooster and Virgo were the props.
Yep.
Jensen and Pam were the two second rows with John Gart, Black, Aaron Jones, Bishop, which is, Ben's younger brother, was on the bench with Joseph Daly, Kyron Fairclough, hope I pronounce that right, and Akeem Murray rounded out the team with Mr. Adrian Hall as the 18th man. Undoubtedly, Lynch was man of the match. Can't look past a second senior debut. First one, they scored 2 tries.
No,
Second one,
it's not his second. That was it?
No, I'm second.
Third.
My second match.
You sure? Because some of them say third.
No, who tell you that? Because his debut was against USA that are in 2022 there, where he scored 2 tries in the second half. So this was his second match for Jamaica for league.
So he scored 6 tries in 2 games for Jamaica League, for Jamaica Rugby League. Because
6?
Yeah, the hat-trick he scored against Canada was made it 6.
But at 2 he scored against USA remember, so that 5. But the other try scoring in the USA match was Virgo and Kenneth. Yeah, I think I remember that right. Yeah, Virgo and Kenneth.
I forgot fact check that. I forgot fact check it. Something else.
No, man. I think me accurate on that one. So 5 tries in a 2 matches in. So, but either way, the man of the match, top performance from the man. Yeah, it's crazy, kind of funny, because remember as I posted my video few years ago, after people were saying, "Oh, man, won the top under 19." Yeah?
Them can't say that now. Look at it.
Exactly.
Can't say that now.
And I don't want to hear nobody talk about Canada and USA are our toughest opponents in this region, sir. So, and the man score against 2 of them. So, I don't want to hear nobody talk about it's just Canada. Listen to me. We can't be Canada in Canada. So I don't want to hear that excuse. I think Pearson had a fairly strong game as well as 7. Kept it simple, never really overplays, and as per usual, Marvin, played a hybrid role from 9. They didn't get shit to 7. As you can clearly see, him playing at 9 shows you how good he is as a 9. But he will tell you otherwise that, he's a better 7. That's neither here nor there.
Now I'll get into that. We don't have opinion on that already.
I think the rest of the team played pretty much like a 7 to 8 out of 10, mostly.
I'm gonna say something, and I get all of a backlash here, but hey, Kenneth, boy.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about when he dash him, man.
He played good for the most part.
You're talking about when he dash him, man, don't you?
He missed a couple tackles, but apart from that, he played good for the most part of the game, right? But my problem is the bag of showboating. For what? It's not needed. You get a runaway try. That's gonna be a try at the game. That's gonna be the wickedest highlight ever. Intercept the ball from here off and you run to stand up underneath the edge a showboat. For what? Just put on the ball. That's my only problem. We didn't have with it through the entire game. Like it not needed. Him do it in a NCC, him do it in a PR, and now he can do it. And see, he turn around and bite it. It not needed. Like he really actually don't need it. It unsportsman like, and he just never needed. And then when everybody accuse him a go flare up. Brother, are your fault. a year fault and it just never needed. Like I'm saying that the only problem I have with him through the entire game are that, and honestly, it didn't distasteful. In my opinion, it didn't distasteful. I don't know.
It never distasteful to me in my humble opinion. I was watching that and I was laughing.
No,
You
you can't
know,
laugh, man.
no, you want let me tell you why I was laughing. Because I can't remember the last time I saw something like that on the international stage. But I don't remember ever see that in a NRL or not like that. I have to see one of my own parry them. One run left everybody. They under the
Everybody.
age. And then the man did. You know the last time I saw some nonsense like that? The sevens over prison over. JDF versus Thundercats B. Froggy Runner. Froggy Runner.
We know what you have to. We know what you have to.
Froggy Runner left the whole team and did they go and just did a whole off. And Marty just sneak up. Yo, the way Marty sneak up on the man just did it. Yo, this is literally over Marty. And the man clam at the man. I was like, good times. But man, that's how we are come from. Certain things are just not needed, especially at this level. But you know, there are certain things that will never lead certain players. And at this point, is Kenneth going to change? Nope. So you have to just take it on the chin and just leave it as it is. Joseph Daly. This is how you work when you think people need to come and put respect on the man name. Because Joseph had come from a player who had the ability but never really shown, who was inconsistent. The man is a machine. Five man surround one person and the man pour him way through the score on him debut.
Right.
But I don't want to hear nobody say nothing to me. The man I one of the hardest hitting top / second row. Yo, nobody didn't come to me in the chat. And I'm not saying this because I'm a player with him. I say this because every season he's either the most consistent performer or him are the most game changing for the Thundercats.
Yep. The man, I'm a bit say it, so nobody can say otherwise. The man, apart from Lynch, him are the next standout performance where stood out to me. Like him never backed down from the challenge, and him sure why him get selected. So what more can be said? What more can be said? The man, all I'm saying is, I hope him continue at this level. Me see him still at training, still at putting the work. So I hope him continue from this level and just build upon it and make sure the performance go good. One player that we didn't actually miss was Kieran Montague. I heard he picked up an injury and that's why I wasn't selected. But I'm sure if he was selected,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think he would have started over Rooster. Rooster probably would have been. If there's one guy I'm going to have with Rooster, you can see so clear it's a Rooster is so unfit. So unfit. It's not even funny no more. It's not funny. Like,
that is true. But I got this
Right.
that is true.
right. You go get the impact from him. But like, bro, how are you one of the you're basically a veteran on the national team now. And I think Rooster still under the age of 25 by this point. So
If I remember correctly,
you've been a player to the league team, national team from 2019. 2019 was the best version of Rooster. I will say this, he's far more damaging in short bursts now than he was before. But you can still say, yo, the man's so unfit.
I think I think the issue is, with Rooster, I do whole heap of gym work. He might do a whole heap of gym work and might get bigger, but the cardio is not there. So if you run for 5 or 10 minutes and then after that, you're not getting nothing all time. You have to take him off, make him rest, and then put him on back. And as a prop, You're supposed to can at least run 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You're supposed to can give me that much as a prop before me take you off of
But
the field.
boy, you want to know the funniest thing here is only 3 players that we know can run for a full 80 without being taken off. Virgo,
Yep.
Kieran, Joseph. I don't think I can name any other prop that can run for a full 80 minutes without any form of problems.
And that's what I'm saying. Going to the gym and getting bigger, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to mix in some cardio at night. You have to ensure your fitness level is there. So you can at least perform to the standard you're supposed to perform. Simple as that. But who am I?
And upcoming Blues coach. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Probably assistant, but not coach. I don't think I'll be coach. But let's see.
Anyways, good performance by the team overall. Moral boosting, especially after missing out on the World Cup qualification. I hope that we can use that as a platform to push forward.
Yep.
Now, this is going to trigger a lot of people, but as me and Rajiv always say, we don't really care. Onto the Union Sevens of Rugby America's qualifiers. Now, disappointed? Yes. But I'm not too disappointed with the females. Because, again, it's just one of those things where it's a 50-50 moment. They lose concentration. And against a team like Mexico, they slip on your slide. The thing for me is that they are so consistent. They have to win one tournament eventually. When I ask.
Yep,
because nobody else can beat them but Mexico at this point. They beat everybody else. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not just a sprinkle of Naomi that magic. Everybody is chiming in with tries and tackles and all of that. I did read Veronica's post where she did lament that she felt devastated not being able to win. I understand, because you put in the work, you do everything where you think, and you're still enough short, but it's just part of the process. So I hope the ladies don't feel too bad. So I am pleased with the performance, disappointed with the overall result, but we'll go again.
Yeah, and this is the second time, the second time for the females where Mexico beat them on the last minute. Like, just as I say, just a lack in concentration from the females and the defensive, but apart from that, them play and them being consistent with winning games are reaching to the finals. So it's just that them just need to see the games through to the finals. Them just need to see it out and probably improve slightly on them defense. But apart from that, a really good game. I like how them play. Come and now watch it. The entire tournament. Really love it. The chemistry is there. The passing is there. The tackling is there. So the females standout performance from them. Disappointed said them never win. Like within the year show and a cost, but yeah.
As always.
Disappointed said they never win, but standout performance and them qualify for CAC. So that's good. So that's one more thing them can look forward to. Hopefully next year they can qualify for the round 7. Not round 7. My name again.
Where rugby? 7th?
Yeah, 7. Hopefully they can return to that stage and perform with that as well. But overall, good look. Veronica. Why, man, tell it, yo, the female lesson, man, brother. The female there.
Oh.
The female there, brother.
I want to know the craziest thing. I remember a conversation all of us were having, and I remember that I staunchly said, yo, man, she one dimension. I will admit, I was upset. Not at first specifically, but remember the whole, it was last year or a year before, where Jamaica was just in this rut. The whole team a lose. And brother, I will crash out. Crash out and say, yo, man, every year I say the same thing, but oh, yo, we are developing for what? But man, I was so upset. So I do apologize for what I said then. Because since then, I have been one of our biggest supporters. Yo, Marita, your friend.
Man, compare then to now, what one of the best female rugby union players so far.
I want to know the craziest thing. Just imagine if Veronica was in the teams of the past, or if the past players then were still present right now. Brother, Jamaica would have been a problem.
Unstoppable.
Problem.
Unstoppable. Trust me. Between she, Naomi, what's she name? Not Sasha,
All of them. Sasha, Zanasha, Marie, Nene.
Boom. Brother, the team would have been unstoppable.
Problem, brother. All of that you name this so speed, power, physicality.
Team would have unstoppable, brother. Trust me. The mix of new players now, the mix of players back then.
Yeah, man. Problem.
Me not see no team in the Caribbean who could have stopped them. None.
The man them on the other hand, no. Hey, I am going to be as subjective as possible, but I am still going to be critical. What was that? Alright, you all know me things say why they lose? They underestimate the team they were play. Because tell me how. I have been monitoring this situation in the Caribbean. Brother, the team them are improving because they must say, yo, Jamaica the top dog outside of Mexico and Canada. Now come and start take this rugby thing serious. See it there? Trinidad are improved. Barbados are improved. Turks and Caicos came on. Brother?
I just said the man them underestimate the team them where them play, and that didn't piss me off because the level where the man them supposed to play at, me not see them do it. Me can come from my hand the few standout players and from the male team. When I say man I miss simple tackles and I miss play simple pass, whether that piss me off. Like, what not do? In the past, tournaments, the man them never play like this, but because them underestimate the team, them go out there and do foolishness, and it piss me off, brother.
You think of the missed tackles piss me off, bro? Brother, I don't know if I remember the play. I don't know if it was the guy in a match, but I think it is. Where it's a 3.2, right? Or it's a 2.2. I think a Green's pass the ball to fence. There's no space down the wing, right? Any rational thinking person in that situation, I will stop, reload the ball to the next side, or at least take the tackle. Big man, boss must want to feed himself and decide to, watch me now, and a please go down the wing. Or if see the man them look, give man the space and knock him right out of there.
I feel experience with that experience of a whole play with it for film part, right? Experience sure. But apart from that,
invisible.
The reset of the players, the passing, the tackling, especially when I'm play some side and they feel like say they can beat, right? It's like overconfidence and them ego get to them and them start foolishness. When they're supposed to simple mistake when they're not supposed to make. And at that you feel like get to them and them just collapse. Literally they just collapse. Because I think we say it here when I say, I think the male supposed to be the finals and the only commission supposed to be Canada. Say it here, the only commission supposed to be Canada and they're supposed to be the finals. And that means I expect, but the man them get too overconfident and start a bag of foolishness and end up lose. And that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. While me can say, yo, Beanie, he makes a mistake, sure, but him are the best player out there. Beanie is the
But the
best player
problem,
out there.
but this is the recurring problem we'll keep on a comeback. Jamaica Sevens only has one solid playmaker, and it's Beanie. You can't put too much pressure on the one man. And this was a problem what we've been talking about from years past when Beanie just came into the Sevens program. We hope funny as yo, them need to start convert an next playmaker because it makes no sense. One man, a playmaker, and then the rest of the team just a follow suit because well, one thing create the space to do over for me. I said it when Mikel retired from the rugby sevens. That's strange. I guess he just decides to call it quits. And you can see the X factor is there from certain players, but there is no execution. You can really think put Mikel in on this team. Half of them chances when they create Mikel scored. No questions asked.
No question asked. Of course. Between him and Beanie, sure the man would have reached finals. 100% sure about that. But as I say, them need to have an next playmaker. So them need to either train an next playmaker or find an next playmaker. And
But they are the have one Rajiv.
yeah, but
Brandon is
one alone now work.
No, but not about Beanie, They have one, Brandon is right there. But here's what I think. They probably don't think that Brandon is ready. But yet still, Brandon is the same age that Beanie was when Beanie just making debut. The only way these players are going to know what it is and to play in a pressure situations is to put them into a pressure situation. Whether them feet fall flat on them face, that is besides the point.
That is true, but I just say, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what I think. I'm not go assume or try to say, yo, this the model. But all I can say is the man them need somebody else to play alongside Beanie. That's all me I gonna say. Them can do what they want with that information about. Them need somebody else to play beside them.
They need better exit. They need better finishers because bro, when they who they have for them, Mikel could never. That's all I can say on that.
I would say, as we said before with pencil, experience. They need more experience. Let me rephrase that. They need more experience on a higher level. Play. Not that about local competition. Local competitions are improving with competition. Competition wise, they improve, But they need more international playing time to improve because if you play against the same set of man them locally, you know you can beat them. You know you can beat them. So that is that. Take for instance, Janga or a Rooster when they play locally. Them know them a go bust line and them know them a go try. But on an international stage, it's a different level of play because you have against man that have way more experience playing other countries. You hear me I say? So he need more international playing times. We don't know how he might get it. We don't know if them are go carry him back again for the other sevens coming up or the other international games coming up. But he need more international playing time to gain more experience. And that I didn't always be my issue. I don't think the local players are getting enough international game time to build experience on that level there. So we just have to watch and see if it happened or if it didn't happen. I don't know what else to say. Well, let's see.
Well, one thing is for certain. It's going to be an interesting window this year in terms of rugby competition.
Very, very. Well, let's see. Let's hope everything goes well. That's what I can say. Let's.
Brother, right about now, no, this is a rugby channel, but that have my football team. It becomes a contemplate life more while in a youth. Car. Yo, brother. Yo,
Life is good on this side, because my basketball team and my football team are perform well so far. So life is good. Life is
brother, me stop missing basketball because I don't remember half of what happens in basketball no more. And brother, but after I missing football, we just didn't have the results. I was so funny. I say, yo, boy, the suffering. Yo, but they think so, yo, last year, we did it just above the relegation zone. We did a suffer. But man, the football brother, the football so boring, my youth. It's so turgid. But man, but never know say a football team could have put me to sleep so much time.
well, you're not worried because them one up against Sunderland right now. So you're not.
Brother, me see the one there, but yo, them man, you used to create a pressure reach them. And furthermore, me not to go even miss the match because what man, me know the man them not attack Sunderland. Me know, me not ask.
So what game you have today?
Sir, Rajiv, we have the worst home record in the league. We are yo. This somebody to make that. That's what I say. You take my media to that.
Hey, you're not worried, man. Let's eat them all lose. They're probably job, but let's eat them all lose.
But man, we didn't want to see no brother. You see people in Nigeria. See people in Nigeria. Frank, your day is numbered. Just know say yo by summer, you're not see back club. You go get cooked.
It is numbered already. But
Car. Every chance him get him out and go say yo, the fans them not see them thing at them face. I say, brother, like, yeah, hear yourself. You don't have no credit in the bank. Your place
Liverpool and that one.
regular settings are not new. Only when they sit at them, they come and say, yeah man, Christmas come early.
Hey, God. But as I say, everything is good on this side. I'm basking in the enjoyment right now.
Until further notice. Hey, me? The same. When the Champions League start fucking the same. If you think say yo, you come sassy me, start no post up yet. You wait till first start face our team in the Champions League. Me?
I think qualified for the run at 16 already, so we don't have a job. Good.
That are you, brother. Batman, right about now, we have a bunch of players in our team, and the creativity is not there. But no creativity.
Oh shit. Let's see. What the serious I see so But yeah.
You don't want to see it, though.
But yeah, on the other side of rugby things, going back to rugby, we know we have we call Mona Sevens coming up on the 10th. That's I think our Mona Dam is happening, or something like so. Yeah, over Mona Dam. And then the 17th we have Thundercat Sevens over Oval, Prison Oval. So first two sevens to kick off 2026.
Quick question. Is there a Cavalier or is it just Thundercat / Cavalier? I'm kind of confused.
Me not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna say no. I don't know. We don't know. Honestly, we not sure. I can't say yes or no. We just have to wait for the fixtures to drop or the teams to announce whatever. But me say me not. Me don't know. I think there has to be a cats with the cats. So we can be 100% sure that there's going to be a cat with the cats. But with the Mona Sevens, I don't know if a Cavaliers or if a Cats because I don't see the two teams them are train together. So I don't know if they're going to enter under one name or they're going to split and enter under Cavaliers and Cats. We'll just have to wait and see. That's what I hear.
Oh well, I guess we'll see. but who you pick for the female and male winner?
The male winner. The male winner. For Cavaliers and Kevin. For Kevin. I'll say I don't know about one of them two they have based on clips what me see, based on everything what me see. I think them would have faced them are gonna face Mona in the final based on experience from Mona's side. For the females, we're not sure how much female teams out there right now.
I think JD, Mona,
Mona,
Lioness.
we didn't see Cavaliers and Trios of females, the more females team, but again, based on experience catching, I think Phil catching are gonna take it. So between catching and JD, but I think the favor swap on catching so far. Because I know that Mona in a rebuilding stage with the female team, so I don't feel like they have enough experience to play. But again, rugby 50-50, anything can happen on the day. But catching, I think catching are going to take the female team, and Cavaliers / Cats are going to take the final based on not experience, but based on what we see. I don't feel like saying them are the favorite, right? But again,
the overall quality is too much.
But again, rugby 50-50, and the day anything can happen. So let's see. But those are my two favorites to win the two tournaments. Them. So let's see what happens.
Leave that more subject up. You want to tell the people about the reintegration of the next channel?
Yes, we are rebranding our previous channel. We are rebranding to wait, let me tell them. Sometimes I not support you know. So we are rebranding our next channel to unfiltered and unbothered. So if I want raw, unfiltered, or raw, unfiltered brand, when you can hear we raw opinion and a whole lot of things, you know, what about them over this. You know, this is a rugby channel, so we have to talk about rugby for this and everything else on the channel. You get me? So when you can check it out.
Yeah, no, if you know any specific topics, can ask, because I know a big trend going around right now is Cora bad avatar and that, and we all know the universal answer to that, cause me, I have so much receipts. Hey.
We're not gonna get into that right now, but hey. Oh, yesterday the final episode, the RDL,
brother, Kofi got dead. Me no want to say it, but me and you know the Kofi got dead. You wanna know why? Because this nigga told us, nah, dead. The man just decided to, me build different. The convince him and Pennywise link up and just decide to, make me half and pan them when a little bit.
Read the final chapter, brother. When I say nothing else. Ladies and gentlemen, we leave that for.
Hold on, fast, I'm pieces them. I reach this up.
Who do we it?
Brother, we don't have no money, so we can't do that.
Who does have my money to spend?
But me hear something like say, people say, that in a story or something like that.
No, that in a season, the man say have 3 more seasons and then
we can see.
And that Brent say on him IG chat him IG him say him have
Brent will you go take a hiatus and go and probably circle back by summer or something like that?
Yeah, more than like because I think that season I done for the last show. So someone before we see a next one. But hey, we are a rugby channel. Let's stick to rugby on here, okay? But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our first episode back since Melissa. You guys can like, share, and subscribe, leave a comments down below, and let me know what you think about everything. If you have topics or anything you want to talk about or opinion on, you can let me know about our IG, Instagram, Threads, socials, and you can TikTok as well. You can reach out there with anything you want to talk about or opinion on. We're not gonna turn down nobody or turn back no. Once another question we will answer it. So don't be afraid to ask. We are not the us back then. We have matured.
What you mean that's not no?
We have matured and we welcome every and all listenership. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the West Corner.